great start, Markland 2. Hansen moves across, going to try and put Scheider out wide. No contact so far. Nittish managed to get past Anton Markland and has damaged the roof and taken the rear wing off the car. Kevin Hansen leads. Where is that car parked? It's parked round the outside of turn 1, so I think this race will continue. Smoke from the back of Scheider's car as well, so maybe damage to the bodywork.
We were super worried about those orange curbs all weekend, and it just goes to show why, you know, those first couple of tussles in the corner, just you get caught up in it and got massive, you can see massive damage on the back of Markland's car.
I mean, literally, Nittish's car was on top of the car, but there we go. This is the way it is. So, Markland goes Joker 1. So, Markland's gone Joker 1. There's no rear wing on that car as well, and bear in mind, obviously, that with the high-speed stuff here, that's going to affect the handling for him. Timo Scheider in P2, Liam Doran is in P3. Kevin Hansen out front, you can see Scheider. Scheider's been moving this car around quite a lot all weekend.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movement on the car. Smoke pouring off the back, maybe some
It's the bodywork, so you can see the bodywork is underneath. Nittish is out, that's a great shame. He's only going to do a few events this year from the sound of things. He'll be really disappointed about that. Kevin Hansen, meanwhile, leading. Only Markland has Joker so far. Yeah,
fantastic job by Kevin here. You know, he's pulled a margin to Timo Scheider of 0.8 already, and he's just keeping his head down and keeping it focused. Distracting for these guys. I can't imagine what it's going to be like sat in the car, and I just hope that the fog lights aren't too dazzling.
So Markland is on in 7.1, so he's just about 3 seconds off the back of Timozyanov. I think it depends, doesn't it, how much damage Markland's carrying, whether or not I can see the rear wing hanging off the car. There's Nittish who climbed onto the top of it. Kevin out front, no problems, but Timo Scheider's going with him.
Yeah, Timo's going with him, and he's keeping up well. They're pulling the gap back to Doran as well, so they're both dragging themselves through.
Neither of these guys in this position, they know one car's out, they'll have seen it at the side of the road probably. They're probably not going to Joker, are they, until the last lap?
No, it reduces the element of risk. Oh, as we just seen from the commentary position, big slide from Markland as he's struggling about the rear wing. But no, these two guys are going to hang on to the last lap. It's going to reduce the risk of making
the car around a bit more than normal. Nice to see, and he did the fastest time of the weekend. So look at this again, a little bit of handbrake rotates the car around. They've got a couple of laps left to go. As I say, I think they'll wait. I think Scheider will too. So Scheider's on the pace here. Look when the dust flies up, you can see some sparks in the background. Who's gone Joker? It's Timozyanov. Timozyanov goes Joker, so he was up in the back of Liam Doran. You can see there was 0.6 per second in it. So Timmer now needs to get the hammer down, see if he can find a bit of time. He comes out in front of Anton Markland. Look at the rear of Markland's car. It's very, very loose, and Dan, that could be geometry, but it could also be the missing aero.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've spoke to ProDriver in the past, and they've done a lot of work with the aero on the car to get the rear grip, and he's going to be struggling here, especially in these fast corners.
So Markland continues at the back of the pack with a pretty heavily damaged car. Kevin Hansen continues out front with Scheider just 1 second off the back of him, but we're now looking to see Liam Doran. And does Scheider go? Scheider's gone Joker early. Scheider's gone Joker 1 lap from the end, so he's hoping then that he'll disappear and maybe there'll be a problem for Kevin. Kevin won't be able to see him in his mirrors. Liam has gone. Is Timozyanov going to get him? Liam coming round the outside, Timmer up the inside. Liam's going to try and carry the speed into turn 2, going to get the undercut on the gas now, he's going to get alongside the Russian. Timozyanov has the inside line into turn 3. Oh, late on the brakes on the handbrake. Doran up the inside, great pass Liam Doran, on the gas, Timozyanov trying to get the move back. That was fantastic setup from Liam. Timozyanov has a look in the inside on the way into the chicane. Contact between them, Doran into the right-hander. The Russian is right underneath his rear wing in the I-20, but that was teed up from turn 1 all the way through. Great move, Liam Doran.
Perfect racecraft there. He knew that he could just cut himself. As Kevin Hansen's gone into Joker now last lap as well, so we'll see how it gets onto Scheider.
Kevin's going to come down. I'm pretty sure he's going to take it. He does. Kevin Hansen takes him in Scheider's car. They've only got a little while to fix it. He's driving back, so maybe not. Result of semi-final 1. Kevin Hansen takes it from Timo Scheider and Liam Doran. Timozyanov, Markland and Reinis Nittish go no further this weekend. Okay, wow. Well, that was interesting in turn 1, particularly I think if you were Reinis Nittish or Anton Markland. I feel for Reinis, bit of a bundle. You can see he's disappointed. Reinis, by the way, is the only previous World Rallycross Championship event winner who was in the semi-finals. We are guaranteed a new winner today. Somebody is going to join the list of drivers who have had a win, and there are only 12 of them. Here we go, down towards turn 1. Have a look back then. There's a bit of a bundle. Watch for Nittish on the outside. So Nittish runs the car a bit wide, and then, so the problem is that he hit the curb side on, not front on, didn't he?
Yeah, we can see there a big squeeze from Markland, and he had nowhere to go, couldn't stop, and yeah, a big hit there.
So a massive, massive hit in the first corner. Look at Markland driving round with the rear end of the car destroyed. That's mostly bodywork down, isn't it? Because the roll cage is fairly long way down from the rear quarter.
Yeah, thankfully, you know, a lot of that's replaceable as well. So always big sideways there, as you can see in the background.
This was the fantastic race. Look at Doran. He knows he hasn't got him, so he slots him left, slots him right on the gas. But this is where he's teed him up for the hairpin. If Timmer here had got it stopped a little bit better, okay, we're not going to see it, then he might have been able to hold on to position, but he didn't. So Doran goes through with Scheider, and semi-final 1 winner, Kevin Hansen.